All right, first of all, Leif and Omari, thanks so much for joining us here on Astro Malaysia. It's really nice to meet both of you. Unfortunately, it is starting on a bit of a negative note with the relegation already confirmed. But surely there's something that both of you can sort of take away from the Premier League. And what's been the key difference for you, Leif in particular, between the Championship and the Premier League?
I would say it's just the quality of players as well. And the team performances that you play against. I think every team that you play against has got a different strategy in how they play. Like Brentford the other day, a good counter-attacking team, whereas you've got Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, who you don't see the ball for a long time, and then they punish you really quick and really well, and then you don't see the ball again when you win it back for another 10 minutes. So the difference is just the standard of players as well.
Was it almost surprising, the standard?
Yeah. I think when you watch it on the telly, it's a lot slower. And then when you get there and you're on the pitch, you're like, wow, this is this is quick. Like your lungs are gone straight away. So yeah, I would say you can feel the standard a lot different when you're on the pitch.
Yeah, especially when you're in the thick of it as well. What surprised you the most then, Omari, about the Premier League?
How physically demanding it is. I think a lot of teams and a lot of, especially attacking players, how much running distance they're covering, and you know you've got to go kind of match it as well if you want to be one of the best teams in the league. And I think it's small margins really. Like you won't see the ball sometimes against top teams, and then against like the lower league teams, they're still good as well, and they got the quality to punish you. Is
that mental switch a bit difficult, but you don't have that ball as much as perhaps?
Yeah, it can be difficult because you're doing so much running, and then when you do receive the ball, you're receiving it from deep, and then you either have to get a foul from it, or you have to dribble all the way up the pitch and help your team get up there. So it can be tough at times, yeah.
Well, Leif, when you've played against these sort of elite level players, when you compare your own levels where you are and what you want to achieve, what do you feel you need to work on to try to get to that level?
I could say everything. You could say quality on the ball, defensive stuff. I think everything to get to the top level, I think you'd have to work on a lot. You realise how good the players are when you play against them. That's what I didn't realise when you watch on the telly. It looks easy, just passing it, but it's actually not. It's actually quite difficult. So I would say the main thing for me would probably be defending, especially against the likes of Salah, Adama Traore, players like that, who are stronger than you, quicker than you, and you just need to be more physical with them. So I would say the defensive area, yeah.
Omari, what about you?
What's the question again?
In terms of when you've played against these sort of top level players and you compare your own game where you are, what do you feel you need to do to reach to those levels?
Yeah, it's difficult to say because these teams they're established Premier League teams, so they're very comfortable. They know their players and they've always got the ball. I think with our team, we're obviously a new Premier League team, and you know it's a massive kind of jump. But I would say like just doing things with intention and clarity, not overthinking and overdoing it. I'll say that.
Is that one of the messages from your manager, Kieran McKinnon, is the way that he almost simplifies things for you guys as well in order to take on such a big jump in standards? What would you say is his biggest strength as a manager?
I think just how he interacts with each player.
Is he very personable?
Yeah, very personal. He likes to. He wants to understand you and get to know you, and you know, go over clips and help you progress as a player. So I'll say that.
I'd say the same, to be fair, because teams I've been to, say on loan or at Leeds, I think the manager only worked and wanted to improve the players that were starting in the games. Like, whereas the manager here wants to improve everyone, even if you're not playing as many minutes. I think he's still in training, he's pushing everyone to get better and obviously prepare right for a game on a Saturday.
Let's talk about your personal interest in Leif. I hear you're taking a piloting licence. Hope it's going well.
It's tough, like. There's a lot of exams for it. I think there's 8 more exams that you've got to do, which is like airlaw kind of things. And yeah, it'll take a lot of time, but it's something I've been interested in for a long time.
Since you were a kid?
Yeah, through my granddad, yeah. So yeah, when obviously he passed, and then I think I just for him, I kept the hobby going as well. Spent a lot of time down at the airport with him, watching planes after school, everything, just stuff like that. So when he passed, I thought I wouldn't want to throw away an opportunity to obviously to make him proud as well. So, and come a long way now. So, yeah.
That's really lovely. It's almost like continuing his legacy as well.
Exactly, yeah.
But when you do get your piloting license, who would be the first teammate you think you let on your plane? And where would you fly to? That's the question.
It's a hard one, that actually.
Omari's looking
Newcastle,
at
innit?
He'd be too chill. He would just go to sleep. He sleeps everywhere on the plane. He'd be sleep sore. He'd be boring on the plane. Yeah, I would let you come and sit next to us.
If you go to Newcastle, just a quick one.
Okay, yeah. If he wanted to go to Newcastle, I'd take him to Newcastle if he wanted. But if it was a long distance, it's hard to say, to be fair. I've never done Miami, so I'd like to do Miami. I would like to go that way. It's not that, but it's 9 hours flight. So yeah, I'd probably head that way. I'd probably want to travel the world, to be fair.
What route do you normally do on your simulator?
I've done a lot, to be fair.
Like your favourite one?
I'd probably have to say Stansted to Palma. I've done that a few times to go on holiday as well. Say if I wanted to go a quick trip, if I had a couple of days off, I would do that flight. Or like on pre-season, I got to sit in the cockpit with the pilots and got to experience all that. And then when I got home, I'd done that flight that we done from the pre-season trip back home. So I think any trip that I go on, I'll just try and do the flight, either before or after.
Is there a dream destination that you've done virtually but not, you know, you might want to do?
I've sat there for 9 hours straight on it one time, yeah. And that was hard to sit there and concentrate, like, because it was like, there's an event called VATSIM, so it's where like a lot of people all over the world do the same flight as well. And you've got to speak to people on air traffic control, all kind of stuff like that. And it was like fully sat there 9 hours, had to concentrate.
It was really everything like the real deal. Wow.
Yeah.
Would
it sounds a bit weird, like, but it's something I like doing. So.
No, I can see the passion when you speak about it. Would you let him fly you to Malaysia? I heard you've been to Malaysia.
Once I see the certificate of him passing, then why not?
Right, I would love to see that. He flies you personally to Malaysia, but you've been there. What's your memories of Malaysia? I was quite surprised to find out you've been to Malaysia, actually.
Yeah, obviously, we went when I was at Arsenal. I think it was on a camp. I can't remember when it. But yeah, when it was on a camp, I think Fulham was there as well. Yeah, it was very nice. Grass wasn't the best. Very hot as well. But I remember going to like the towers. Was it the towers?
Yeah, the Petronas Twin Towers. Yeah.
What else? The stadium, the big stadium. What was it called?
Bukit Jalil Stadium.
Yeah, we done all that as well. But I can't really remember. I was very young, like 13, 14.
Yeah.
So I need to go on my phone and get the flashbacks, but yeah.
But I think one flashback that's always in your memory is the moment when you had with Pele when you were 12, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he saw you with your skills and all that. He complimented you as well. What was that like you were 12 then, right? Or something like that?
12, yeah, 12.
What was that like for you?
Yeah, crazy. I was like shaking and stuff. He told me to, like, when we were taking a group picture, he said, like, sit here, and then he said, like, rest my arm on his knee. Well, I didn't want to touch him because he looked so delicate. But it was crazy because obviously my grandma loves him and she always says I'm like Pele and stuff like that, but yeah.
How did you go from, and you were in a viral video as well, how did you go from that, and you comparing that experience versus now being in an actual football setup as an adult?
I think, yeah, it's been very difficult mentally as well because there was times where I wasn't playing a lot after that video was done, and you know, a lot of players would like, you know, make fun of me and stuff like that, saying like he's a YouTuber kid or this and that. But yeah, luckily I had a strong family, and for me, I like to prove people wrong. Always worked hard, and yeah, it's very difficult to make it as a Premier League player, and I wasn't even as a professional football player as well. So yeah, just stuck at it, kept going, and yeah, here I am today. Look
at you, not a YouTuber footballer anymore.
No,
Premier League player. I mean, how did that shape your mentality and your mindset being professional?
I think just, as I always say, this manifestation, and that's what I knew I was going to be. Even in school, like, everyone said I needed a backup plan, and I said no, I'm just gonna be a footballer. Like, there's no other option. And yeah, like, I just live and breathe football when I was younger, and still do now. I always trying to improve and work hard, and yeah, it's my dream to just keep playing in front of all in the stadiums and making my family proud.
I picked up a word you said, manifestation. Is it really just putting the posters all around your wall and your phone and just constantly reminding you what are the things that you've done? That,
speaking it into existence, and it's just always in my brain, like, I want to be the best player in the world, I want to achieve so many things, and I think this is how I am naturally, and it's helped me along a lot. And I think as a person or a player, you want to be able to think big and not worry what people say, or, you know, if you say you're going to win something and people look at you saying no, you're not, you got to prove them wrong and to keep going.
Yeah. Before we sort of wrap up this bit, can I just show you a video of one of the Malaysian freestylers? His name is Zeem. Can we just get you to maybe have a look at it and rate him? Both of you can watch it, actually.
Oh, he's playing futsal.
I think he sort of invaded a game.
Oh, is it, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. He's clean still. Doing it in jogger bums, you know. Do you know how hard that is? It's too easy for him, isn't it? Wow. He's a clean man. I used to do a lot of futsal what he's doing, but I'm not as good as him. Looks like he's from Brazil. Wow, nutmeg. Yeah.
Like him?
Top.
Okay, out of 10, how would you rate him?
If he's doing that consistently, I'd say 9, 10.
I'll give it a 9, 10.
Yeah, 9, 10, yeah, I think he'd be really pleased with that. Thank you so much, gents, for doing that with us.